Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now, you're probably seeing by the thumbnail and the title and you're probably thinking, what on earth has Ellis got in store for us today? And honestly, I'm not really sure. All I know is that I saw this look months ago when Kimberly Margarita originally did it on Instagram. And the look I'm talking about is this like alien abduction scene here. And it's just this really beautiful, colourful look, and I've wanted to do it for months. She originally posted it in 2019, so a long time, and I was like, I can't do it, it's too difficult. And then I thought, no, that's not how we think about things, we problem solve. So I was like, right, let me break it down and see how I would do it. And then once I broke it down, I was like, oh, I could actually do this. So I then took to paper and started messing around with some quick sketches to see if I could draw a spaceship. So I preferred this one and I preferred this floating cow because I'm going to do a cow floating rather than a human. So I was like, I can draw a spaceship, I can draw a floating cow. I know how to do colour, so I was like, we should be able to do this. So if you want to see how I transform myself into this alien abduction illusion scene and all the skills and techniques that I'm going to use to achieve it, then keep on watching. So now that my hair is all out of my face and my contact lenses are in, we're going to go on to priming / skincare. And one of my favourite products at the moment is the Peach and Lily all-in, well they're not, it's called the Laser Day all-in-one moisture pads. But it's basically like these little pads that are already soaked with serum and hydration. They kind of remind me of like, you know when you get like a face mask out of the packet and it's all like slimy? That's basically what these are, and they're just coated in the most hydrating, skin softening stuff. I do not know what it is. I should really look at the ingredients, but all I know is it's bomb and I've been loving it. So I'm just going to take one of these and I'm just going to wipe it all over my face. So now that the skin's prepped, we're going to do all the detail work first. I'm going to do the spaceship, the levitation beam, and the cow on my chest, and then we'll colour all that in. And then the spacing around it will be like the next step. So we'll kind of split it down into like two sections. But I'm just going to take the Makeup Forever white artist pencil and I'm basically just going to map out everything with that. I've got my little sketch here which I'm going off of. So we're just going to pray and hope that I can draw what I did on paper on my forehead. Now look, does it look crazy? Absolutely. But once I start going in with like the greys and the silvers and the line work, it will come together. Just trust the process. But now you want to do the levitation beams and you want to make them run so when you're looking straight on, they flow from your face into your body and it's like one straight line. So I'm just going to get my pencil and just kind of start from here and then so then once you're kind of happy with the placement, then we can start filling it in with colour. But just perfect the placement and then add the colour. So you can't see it, but I just drew on my cow, which is down here. But it doesn't look that great because it needs all the colour and all that, and I'm not that good at drawing cows. So I've done it a little bit lower so you don't have to stare and laugh at it throughout the whole video. But now we're just going to go in with my MAC Pro Paint Stick palette, and I'm just going to use the white, the greens and the black to create greys for this and then the greens for the beam down the center, and I'm just going to fill that in with that and then we'll set it with powder. I'm going to use the PC46 from Peaches and Cream, which is this tiny liner brush, just to start filling in all the details. And then you can just mix up some lighter shades to fill in the squares here with like a lighter silver, and then you can start adding highlights in and some shadows, but just do what you gotta do to make it look realistic. Once you kind of got the majority of it filled in, you just want to start adding in some highlights and some shadows. You've got these panels here, which would be probably, I'm going to do them so they're darker nearer the window and then lighter towards the edge here. So you're just going to take some darker grey and just start blending in on the edge and just kind of blending the two together so it doesn't look like line, 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 and it's all just kind of a bit more seamless. Now it should look something like this, and now you're going to fill in this little square with black, and then you're going to fill this oval with black as well. But you're going to leave two little white sections to make it have that kind of like glossy sheen over the top. And I'm just going to use what I've been using for the whole thing, which is my MAC Pro palette. I'm just going to take the pure black and fill this in. So now we're going to do the levitation beam, and we're going to use these four colours here, and we want to do a blend from the centre being white through to the yellow, into the greens, into the darker green, and we want to basically just create this like ombre effect from white through to greens. Oh my god, everyone who keeps asking me to take out my septum ring, I just took it out for you. Woo! And you can see that the lighter colours are taking up quite a large area. That's just because I always find that it's easier to get rid of lighter colours than it is to lighten up darker colours. So I would rather start lighter and then add in the darker. So now you look hella crazy, you got your colours down. I'm just going to take like a little fluffy brush like this, and I'm just going to start tapping all the colours together. Remember, this is just a base for the eyeshadows that we're going to go in with, because I'm going to use some like neon pigments and things, but just start blending everything together. And I'm just going to use light tapping motions just to smooth everything together. So it's super hot now when I'm filming, and it's starting to just lift a little bit, which means you just I need to set it ASAP. So I'm just gonna blend it in and then just set it with some loose setting powder and move on to the next bit. I did want to do my full body, but it's really starting to like lift, so I just want to get it set before it lifts any further. Whilst the green part cooks, because I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if it's because it's really hot and I'm a little bit sweaty, but I'm just struggling to get it to stick. So I'm leaving the powder on to completely dry my skin out, so hopefully then we can work on it. So whilst it's drying out, we're going to use a little tiny brush, and I'm going to use the grey shades from the Alexa Stone palette, and I'm just going to start going over all the shadowing on the spaceship to give it more dimension and make it look more 3D. And then we're going to take the white from my Blood Sugar palette and start putting in all the highlights. So I'm going to take the electric cake liners from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to take the yellow one to kind of put on the lights of the spaceship. So I just outlined it with some eyeliner off camera because, girl, I needed to take a breath to do that. Like, there's no way I could have done it on camera. But this is what the spaceship's looking like. Do I love it? No. Are we going to carry on with the look? Yes. And we'll just hope that at the end it all pulls together and photographs beautifully. Fingers crossed. So now I'm just going to fill in this with black face paint and then add the white little highlights to it. Then I'm just going to use white eyeliner. This one's from L'Oreal, just to fill in that little white bubble. So for this bit in the middle, I'm going to be using these three greens here in the Stationery Carnival palette. And I'm just going to go back and forth and just really build them up bit by bit. And I'll put the shades on screen so you can see what colours I'm going back and forth between. So now we're going to go in with this pink here, and you want to outline the whole thing with that pink. Once it looks like this, you're going to take a fluffy brush and just lightly diffuse the edges into the skin, and this will just help it blend with the next colours that we're going to be putting on. So my favourite part of the whole look is going to be the neon glow around. So this is the base, and we're going to put a neon pigment on it, and we're going to use the Elite Pink Neon Pigment from OPV Beauty. And you just want to get a little dense brush, and you just want to press it all along where we put that pink, but keep it nice and close to the spaceship and the green, so it has like a pink glow. So we're so nearly finished. All we need to do now is paint the rest of the skin that's exposed Galaxy. So we're going to start off with a black base, and then we're going to add whites, blues, and some purpley tones on top of it. But I'm going to start out with my Mayron palette, and I'm just going to take this black and this flat brush from Marc Jacobs. It's called the Seamless brush. You can just see it's like a nice flat one. Then I will get my water spray, spray it to get it wet, and then activate it that way. I find that if you spray face paint with a spray, it works better than if you dunk your brush in water, because then you can't control how much water is on it. So I will just go like this. I'll just go, I know how much is on it. And then I can just work my brush into it. So you just want to take it so it's about that close, and then what we'll do is we'll just take the pink, neon pink pigment, and we'll just buff over the edge anyway. But you just want to paint everything black, so even your eyelid, you want to get right underneath your eye like so. And then you can just go back in with that neon pink pigment on the fluffy brush, and you can just start to dust it in and around the edge to blend it even more. And again, it doesn't have to be neat, because you are going to be going over the top of this with whites and speckles and everything like that. You just want to create this diffused haziness. Okay, so now this is the fun part and the final stage, and then we will be finished. You're going to take duo fibre brushes like these, and they're the brushes that have the short hairs and then the long hairs. And that's the best to do this technique. And what you're going to do is, you'll spray the bristles with a little bit of water and then tap them into the paint, and then you can speckle them on, and they'll give you a really nice speckled finish. And then the more pressure you apply, you'll get bigger speckles, and the lighter you do, you'll get smaller speckles. But just play around with it, have fun with it, and just kind of go crazy. And I'm going to be using white, pink, purple, and blue, and I'll just mix through all those tones just to get this beautiful galaxy effect going on. So I'm going to quickly go off camera, add some finishing touches, and then I'll be back with a final look. And here's the finished makeup look. I literally just went and chucked on this wig. Now there will either be a tutorial already on my page for this wig, or there will be one coming, or I will be uploading one after this tutorial. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, here's the finished makeup look. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this look, because I'm a little bit unsure. Like, I think it's super fun, but it's so different from how I normally do my makeup or my creative looks. I'm a little bit like, oh girl. But it's fun, and I took some really cool pictures of it, which you can see in the thumbnail. So you know what, I'm really happy with it. And yeah, it's just really fun. Look at my little cow down here. I honestly, in my head, I was like, you know what, when I draw my spaceship and my cow, it's gonna look so cute. And then I did the cow and I was like, cuteness out of the window. A 5-year-old drew this cow, but never mind. So I guess that concludes today's video. So if you liked the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and definitely turn on the little bell notification to be notified when I am uploading, because a lot of you have been messaging me on Instagram and saying that you haven't been notified for my current uploads, which it kind of makes sense because the views on my recent videos haven't been in sync with the rest of my channel, which tells me that YouTube ain't letting y'all know that my videos have been uploaded. So definitely turn on post notifications to be notified when I upload. But yeah, I guess that's it. So until then, I'll see you on the next one. See ya!